Humanity, I love you all with all my heart, with all my might. This is Joey A, Jam, Papa Jam and Napa, Lyrics Music, so Ray. This is my Compass by Whitehouse channel, where it's my blah blog. It's where I talk about, objective reality, truth. And then my other channel, Papa Jam and Napa, is essentially my music, my humor, my comedy, my art, my expression, artistic expression, my pen name, my artistic names, all these different spaces that we have here on Earth so we can express our art freely. Because we are free, we are the Republic of Planet Earth. We are humanity. We're the citizens of the Republic of Planet Earth. With the citizenry of the Republic of Planet Earth, we live to love and we love to live. With the human heart, the pulse of life, the pulse of creation, the electromagnetic field of the human heart is the power source of us, humanity. It's the first instinct, it's the primordial instinct, the highest energy of the human heartbeat. Is love. And we are the biology of infinity. So we create with the energy of love who we are, light spherical beings, light spherical energy, who we are. Infinite eternal creators called by sundials. Identity and true self. Purpose, time and energy, action. Why, how, flow, true north and destination. Exactly who we are, our nature. Earth constitution, filaments, coin, the apple orb, principles of duality, pearl meta systems property analysis, telemetric thinking, 0 point, the polarity of 0, everything that makes us human, who we are, tetragrammatons, the human race, purposeful species, benevolent species, a good species, a heartful species, a love-based species, a heart-based species. We live to love and we love to live. This is what we do. Purposeful lives, lives of purpose, the purpose of life, life of purpose. Meaningful lives, happy lives, joyous lives. This is what we're here for because of the human heartbeat. This is exactly what we are. We're the central race. We're the oldest race, the most ancient race in existence. We're the epicenter of the universe. What we call the universe, what is in reality is just an infinity singularity. And that's who we are, the first sun that emerged in the first solar system, in the first galaxy, in the first infinity singularity. And we are the first race that essentially became one with the Creator, which is spherical energy, who we are, light spherical beings, because of the human heartbeat, who we are, the human race. Exactly who we are, the human race. Precisely who we are, the human race. Infinite eternal creators, infinite love, infinite energy, infinite creation, the pulse of life, the pulse of creation, who we are. Humanity, the human heartbeat. And our instinct to love is that because it's the highest energy of the heart. So we create with the energy of the love. We channel the energy of the sun through us. We open the portal. We build the bridge. We stare at the sun. We evolve. When the third eye is as less is known. So who we are, humanity. The oldest species, the most ancient species, the center of the universe, as we know it, they used to believe because they gave us a sphere, which is infinity. So they knew all these things. Who we are already. Who we are, the human race, the infinite species, infinite biology, infinite creation, infinite evolution, eternal. Who we are, light spherical beings, humanity. So this video is essentially a reminder of this, who we are. Who we are. And it's important to remember those things, who we are, and space and vacuum, virtuous cycle, this infinity cycle that creates everything, and all these reminders that are important for us as a species to understand who we are in the 21st century here on Earth, us, the defenders, and the leaders of the Republic of Earth, humanity, us, Earthlings, humans, the human race, the human species, a benevolent species, a love-based species, a heart-based species, who we are, infinite eternal creators, heritage and legacy, everything that makes us our DNA, infinite eternal DNA, makes us who we are. Sundials, compass, infinite eternal creators. Who we are, the human race, light spherical beings. Exactly that. This is exactly who we are. We are the human race. This is who we are. Yeah, and I'm in this lovely place, still in the same lovely place, the same lovely island. I have written 130 songs in shy of 40 days. I think it's 36 days or 37 days or 38 days, something like that, under 40 days. And I have written a very significant number of songs, all original singles, original music that is being produced, and it's all my other channel, my artistic channel, where I channel all my art. This is where I channel all my objective truth and objective reality, and reality for what it is. The book that I have written, Fantasies and Illusions Compass, The Quest for Free Will, and all the different concepts and visual illustrations. Visual imaging is a visual book, and then I explain it with the other videos as I have been doing it, and then of course I have my music as well. So you see I have many purposes. Sun, and then I'm also that as a purpose that I have, and I do other things. So you see we can have an infinite number of purposes. This is based on exercise 1, exercise 2, and exercise 3. There will be many other exercises coming along, but these are the 3 fundamental exercises that we as humans ought to use to understand our nature, who we are, infinite eternal creators. Who we are, infinite eternal creators. Exactly who we are. And this is a beautiful place. It truly is a wonderful place. It's surrounded by nature everywhere. It's a lovely season right now, and it's just lovely. It's just lovely. It's a lovely place. It truly is a lovely place. Yeah, so I'm in this very wonderful place. Very wonderful place. And yeah, so those are the notions that I wanted to share. It's a video of significance, because it's essentially a video where I'm doing a synthesis on the book. You know, it's a synthesis of all the different elements that I wrote in the book. All the different elements that I have written in the book that were there for that very purpose. So it's the sequential order, the sequential logic of the book, and the way I wanted to use the book as a mechanism for humanity to share for free, because we're free. So this knowledge belongs to all of us, to humanity, because if you understand the concept, it's all based on freedom, free energy, free will. All these different ideas that are essentially that. These ideas are that is who we are. It's our nature, light spherical energy, human heartbeat, the pulse of life, the pulse of creation, the human race. Who we are. This is why we are compass and sundials, because we have metamorphosized, we have fully transitioned, we are a mature species now. We understand that the path forward as a civilization in the 21st century, a global civilization, who we are, the human species, the Republic of Planet Earth, the citizenry of the Republic of Planet Earth, the citizens of the Republic of Planet Earth, Earth Constitution, the leaders and defenders of the Republic of Planet Earth, us, humanity, all of us, all humans, who we are. It's important to understand these ideas, these concepts, these principles, these values, these fundamental axioms, these notions that are based on objective reality and based on truth as we understand it and know it, the truth spectrum. So it's who we are, and it's a fundamental path, because as compass we need to know who we are, identity and true self, and that's who we are. We're the central race, the most ancient species in the universe, just like the Greek proved in their concepts and their beliefs, because they were hypergeometric thinkers, they were telemetric thinkers, and because they understood the sphere and the nature of the sphere. Archimedes gave us the sphere, and then all sorts of things happen as a result of that, pi, and what we are today in the 21st century. So this is an ancient idea. This is a very ancient idea, who we are. You see, the center of the universe and infinite energy, the sphere. So the Greek knew this. They knew this. And they have given us so many things. They have given us the concept of republic, and they have also given us the concept of freedom and the concept of democracy. So they have given us in a point of view that is modern. And then these ideas have evolved. But as a primordial, as a notion, these ideas were developed by the Greek as a result of the evolution of development since the last time that we self-destruct ourselves. So this is all coming as a result of who we are. So when now this is obvious, we are infinite eternal DNA. So this is who we are. We channel infinity through us. We're infinite eternal energy. This is who we are. We love. We're creation. And the way we do that is through purposeful daily action. With our minds, with our free will, with our consciousness and self-awareness, with the ability to love, with the energy of the heart, and we create. This is what we are, compass, and we start with the sun. We open the portal, we build the bridge, we evolve who we are, the human race. Sundial. So you see, it's this infinite virtue cycle of compass and sundial. It's this infinite virtue cycle of heritage and legacy. You see, the heritage and legacy of the Greek allowed us to be here today. And it's not only them, it's a very, humanity is a very rich, has a rich history, a rich heritage, a rich legacy. And then that's that virtue cycle of heritage and legacy. And then the virtue cycle of, obviously, space and vacuum. And all these other different cycles that out there that essentially prove fundamentally who we are, our nature as a human race, who we are, light energy, light spherical energy to be precise, self-conscious, self-aware, conscious and aware, with the ability to love sentient beings who we are. We live to love and we love to live. We love our creations. It's the instinct to love our children. We make love, we make children, and we raise them with the love of our hearts. And then they do the same on our instinct to reproduce. So we further the species love and creation who we are, the human race. So you see, all these ideas they have come from circle, because this is metamorphosis. We are fully transitioned, fully mature. We have graduated into this level of consciousness as a species, the human race. We are the infinite eternal creators, the human race of the citizens of the Republic of Earth, the citizenry of the Republic of Earth, humanity, who we are. Complete species, evolved. You see, we resemble. We are a replication of the biological scale of creation itself, of infinity itself. The biology of infinity. We channel the sun as this astronomical creator through the human heartbeat, the biological creator of the heart. And they sync the electromagnetic field of the human heart, syncs with the electromagnetic field of the sun. And then we are on Earth, which has its own electromagnetic field that we are in sync with already, and we're grounded. So when we put all this together, then this is who we are. You see, compass and sundial. And we manifest free will, we shatter fantasies and illusions, rendering them all these things obsolete, fully disintegrated. So the shadow, the unconscious mind. So and that's it. This is exactly who we are. We are the human race, and this is our nature. This is precisely who we are. This is our nature, and it's important and fundamental that we all understand these notions, because this is who we are. We are the human species, infinite eternal creators, the most central species, the central race, the most ancient planet, the most ancient evolutionary biology, spherical energy, and infinite eternal creator. are who we are, exactly who we are. Our nature as humanity, who we are, exactly who we are. And yeah, so this video was that. It's the synthesis of the entire work that I've done, this encyclopedic knowledge in the way of a book, a visual book with video descriptions that I narrate and I share the objective reality and these principles of infinity and creation with you, and in a way which makes sense through our sensory perception, and so we can observe reality and understand our role in reality here on earth as infinite eternal creators, who we are. So this is exactly what this is. This is synthesis. This is putting everything together. There are many other concepts and principles that I will be sharing with you, because this book evolves like us. There will be many other concepts and things that will be discussed and shared. But fundamentally, this is like the core of the book. It's already out. And this is why I emphasis and I use the Apple Orb as this most beautiful and elegant example of that reality creation itself has given us in the way of food. That represents so much who we are, and all sort of natural phenomena and occurrence, and everything within one fruit that we can consume, and it gives us energy, which in the end is who we are, infinite eternal energy and creation. So it's that, and that's just like an example. And then now all of us can just like do our own properties analysis, automata systems property analysis, telemetry thinking, independently, all these different principles of duality, understanding who we are, ourselves as a compass, infinite eternal creators, our nature as a species, and apply these notions in any matters of life, any aspect, regardless. And this is exactly the purpose of who we are. Our purpose as a species is to evolve into infinity, but we start biologically. So we go into that, but it's an infinite. Infinity is infinite. Thus, it makes an infinite evolutionary process. So we're here to learn, and the way we learn is through creation, because we are creators. So in order for us to truly learn and understand existence and eternity, we need to create, because it's our purpose, it's our nature. So our nature is to create, because we're here to love, to live, to create. We live to love and we love to live. We live for lives, purposeful lives. All these different things, you see. Because this is our nature, it's exactly who we are. As a species, this is exactly who we are. We're not only here to like do basic things. We are here to like actually manifest our free will, essentially. Manifest our purpose, manifest our dreams, through the love of our hearts, infinite energy and creation. So this is exactly who we are, and this is a wonderful thing, because we are mature enough now to understand that the path forward for humanity in the 21st century is love. Literally, the path is love, the path is that. It's creation, it's harmony with infinity, understanding our role in infinity, which is that of harmony and creation. Because we're a harmonious species, because we have the ability to create through love, which is the energy of creation itself. Like at the astronomical scale, we call it, say, a fusion reaction. At the terrestrial scale, we call it the support systems of Earth's, pulse. And as a result of that, the atmosphere and everything that happens as a result of all the different systems. And then us is the human heartbeat, the biological creator, and we call that love, right? The highest energy of the human heart. So, but fundamentally, if you move on a higher scale beyond the sun and the fusion reaction of the sun, then you have, say, the galaxy. Well, the galaxy has its own singularity at the epicenter of it, right? And that is itself. We don't call it love, but it's that. It's the same energy. It's conscious, self-aware. It's creating what? All these different solar systems in that galaxy. And then if you extrapolate it, then it's an infinite number of galaxies in the universe, and they're all part of this singularity. And the beauty of it is that we are the planet at the epicenter of infinity, meaning this universe as we know it was known in classical physics as a Big Bang, is us. That's why the apple orb, because the apple orb, the seed, is at the core of the apple, and the seed is life itself, creation, and we are that, exactly that. Our electromagnetic field is exactly the same representation as the apple orb, precisely that. And then if you keep on thinking about it, then more of the same, because then if that is the case, and the biology of Earth is telling us, look, the seed of life at the epicenter of it. So us, we have the seed of life at the epicenter of infinity, planet Earth, the biology of infinity, because we are light spherical energy, like because of a human heartbeat, just like the apple orb, which is the same electromagnetic field as the Earth and the Sun. And then the Sun itself is spherical energy that created everything around us, so we exist. So we are that. And the fact that we're conscious of that is what makes us, incredible species. And the fact that we can create and be conscious of it, that makes us a remarkable species. A very remarkable species. Who we are. So this video is exactly about that, our nature, who we are. And the apple orb is a perfect representation, because then if you do that proto-meta systems property analysis, telemetric thinking, principles of duality, all these different concepts and notions, and you do it on the apple orb, then immediately then you start to see other things, not only the electromagnetic field of creation itself and the seed of life, us, flower of life, the tetragrammatons, humanity, infinite evolution, infinite creation, the human DNA, who we are, light spherical energy at the center. So beyond that is food. You eat it, that nourishes us, energy. And then it's also the eye of the storm, and exactly the same geometry of the eye of the storm at the atmosphere level. So you see, it has all these different notions that are fundamental for humanity. Fundamental for humanity to understand who we are, because by observing reality, objective reality, truth, in this case it's a fruit, which is real, it's organic, it's chemistry, it comes from the earth, it's biological, right? It comes from the ecosystem, it's a core system, say the soil. So that is something that we nourish ourselves with, is food, right? It's a fundamental energy source, food. And in that source of food, that allows us to be consciousness of forward, to continue the energy so we can do what we do. Then in that specific fruit, you have all this information encoded in a visual way that we can see with our eyes and understand with our consciousness and our self-awareness and our love. So you see, it's all these ideas in one idea, who we are. And that is exactly why, because if you understand the fundamental notion of the apple orb and what it represents, then you start to really think about the implications of it. Because if the Greek gave us all these notions and ideas that I referred to earlier, then we also have, as a society, as a spirit, a species, our heritage and legacy has been deeply marked and influenced by the notion and the concept of the apple. So the apple itself has been this concept that has fascinated the mind of humans since we are humans, since we can recall, since we have ways to record, so we can have something called history. And it's precisely because of this, because of what the apple represents. Exactly what I'm just talking to you, the proto-meta systems property analysis of the apple as a fruit, and the orb and what it represents, the apple orb, then immediately you start to see why this would make sense and why this is the way it is and why we are the way we are. Because our instinct as a species was to be fascinated with this, because eventually we will come to the self-realization of what that meant, which is all the things that I have written about in the book, essentially. So you see, this idea has gone full circle, so you can see it in that way, because it's our instinct, you see. And I have mentioned in the past that the most likely reason why we forgot who we were was because of all the things that happened in the past. But we are learning, and the way we're learning all these things is through our DNA. So our DNA allows us to remember and recall, ancestral recall, meaning we go into our DNA, infinite DNA of biology, and then we remember what we used to do and what we used to be like, because we're an infinite species. We're infinity itself at the biological scale. We're ancient, and we're just relearning. We're just relearning every day. We learn more and more and more about who we are. There's an infinite number of things to learn because it's the nature of infinity itself. So it's these ideas. It's important to understand, grasp these concepts. Who we are as a species, the human race, these beautiful species that we all are, the citizens of the Republic of Planet Earth, the citizenry of the Republic of Planet Earth, us, the human race, who we are, infinite eternal creators, our nature, humanity, who we are. We live to love and we love to live with the pulse of life, with the pulse of creation. The human heartbeat comes from the human heart and is the biological creator. Generates an electromagnetic field around the human body that powers the whole body so we can think, be conscious of, we're sentient. The highest energy of the human heart is love. The energy of love is the highest energy of creation. So we are creation itself, biologically speaking, and we channel that energy. And love is the highest energy that we can generate. So we create with the energy of love. And this is exactly who we are. This is our nature. We live to love and we love to live. This is our instinct. You see, we make love, we have children. We're creating with the energy of love. And then this is an instinct, reproduction. So that is essentially a full circle motion. And then the instinct is to love creation. Just love us by giving us the apple so we can eat, and water so we can drink, and oxygen so we can breathe. So it's essentially that. You see, the sun is the father, and earth is the mother. They came together and created the human race. And we evolved into who we are, infinite eternal creators, a human DNA. Okay? Light spherical beings, who we are. And because we're infinitely ancient, we were created by the light spherical energy of creation itself, in the way of the sun and the earth and the systems of their own electromagnetic fields and biology, in the way of the human DNA, evolved through an infinite number of cycles into what it is today, which is a human race, us. So we can be conscious and self-aware and be who we are. Infinite eternal creators. So this is all these notions coming together as one. So that's it. We love not only ourselves, self-love, the foundation of true self and identity, compass and sundial, but it's also loving our creations, beyond the biological creation, our offerings. So we're talking about other humans and ourselves and the creations that other humans do and our creations. So this infinite energy of creation is who we are, heritage and legacy. So all these ideas come together, and the reason why we are able to grasp these notions, and our DNA has given us access to recall who we are, is because we're ready, biologically speaking. The human race has transitioned. It's a fully metamorphosis. We have moved away from fear. We have moved away from unconsciousness. We have moved away from unawareness into fully conscious, fully self-aware individual, and understand our sentient nature of love, because we are a benevolent species. We're the infinite eternal creators. We're the human race. We're love. We're compass. We're sundials. We're identity and true self. We're purpose. We're time and energy. We're action. We're why, how. We are flow. We're true north and destination. This is exactly who we are. This is our nation. We open the portal, and we build the bridge, and we stare at the sun with our open eye, our open mind, and open heart, and we evolve who we are, fully transcendent. We reignite our DNA, who we are, and understand our past, all of us, humanity, who we are, the central race. Humanity, we are the central race. So the Republic of Planet Earth, the citizens of the Republic of Planet Earth, the citizenry of the Republic of Planet Earth, all of us, the defenders and the leaders of the Republic of Planet Earth, all of us are these. We're the infinite eternal creators. We're the human race, a benevolent species, a species of love, because it's our instinct. Love is the highest energy of the heart. And if our primordial instinct to live is the human heartbeat, and that generates the electromagnetic field of life, the pulse of creation, that makes us conscious and self-aware and sentient, so we can love and be aware of who we are. our energy of creation. And then we love with our hearts, and the highest energy of the heart is love. That means that for us to be optimal and fully evolved, we need to love, because it's the highest energy of creation. So this is all coming together as our instinct. So the more love we give our children, like you can hear the voice of children in the background, is that purity of infinity itself. And we love our children with our heart, the instinct to love our children with our heart. So that is it. And that same notion, you apply it to yourself and to infinity, meaning everything and anything that you engage with in this reality through our sensory perception, because we're infinite energy and infinite creation. Who we are, the human race, infinite eternal creators, compass, sundials. Exactly who we are. So this is exactly who we are. We're infinite eternal creators. This is our nature. This is who we are. We're the human species. We're a benevolent race. We live to love and we love to live. This is exactly who we are. We're a wonderful species. We're the most evolved species that we know of, because we're the epicenter of creation itself. With the center light. All the light that we see in the universe is just that flash, but we are the contraction. We're the epicenter of it. We're the pulse of it. We're the pulse. So all this light is traveling back to us, to meet the creators, us, the infinite eternal creators, the most ancient species. And this is exactly what's going to happen. We're going to have an encounter with all these highly evolved species out there that would reach eventually the light, come to us and meet us. I don't know when, but that's the mathematics of it, because we're the epicenter of the universe, so the universe is beaming with life. So that means that life is conscious and self-aware in nature, because the creator is life, spherical energy that's conscious and self-aware and love. So they also have the same abilities, but at different scales. They're not the epicenter, because they're not the center of the sun. We are. So they're traveling here at the levels of consciousness and self-awareness. Just like we want to meet them, we're always trying to reach out. They're also doing the same, but because we're the center, it's so bright. And to get to the light, it's a lot of, I guess, science. So a lot of technology and applications. So probably that's when Earth is very dense, so probably it's very hard to come here. For them, it's very far away. The distances are vast. So they're kind of like waiting for us. So it's that, I think, because if you think about it in terms of physics, if we're the epicenter of the universe, which is this massive, infinitely large thing, infinity itself, right, and an infinite number of universes, where it's just the singularity of one of those infinite number of universes that we can see this reality, then if we're the infinity of that, this vast space, right, and then obviously, you know, distances are gigantic, so it will make sense why we haven't met anyone yet, you know, that speak about this concept a lot. And most likely is that we're so ancient that we have self-destroyed ourselves. But the biology, the infinite biology, the evolution remain over time. It sustains itself through survival in the ecosystems. But because we are these ancient monuments and artifacts and relics and buildings, like actual construction stuff, like buildings, ancient civilizations that are us, but like we forgot because of this notion of self-destruction. Because then it's about understanding this idea, right? Like, just think about it. I have spoken about this Göbekli Tepe, I think it's called. That happened for the Ice Age, and it's been proven, and this is mainstream stuff already. Archaeology has come to terms with it, objective reality, truth. And then this gap of thousands of years because of the Ice Age, that then we kind of went back to cave behavior, survival, right, instincts. Because of amnesia, we self-destroyed ourselves, that whole civilization. I wouldn't know if it was a natural occurrence, an event, or because that's all like we're trying to learn, right? We're going back to the past, right? Learning from our history, what happened back then. And this is what there are so many humans out there trying to understand what happened. But most likely I'm deducting using telemetry thinking and objective reality and duality principles that what happened was that we self-destroyed ourselves before the Ice Age. and then we're just figuring out. And the reason why we have this notion to go back to the past is because of our DNA, because our instinct is to go inside, right? Your inner voice and follow our heart, signs and signals. So all these comes from the human heart, right? Our instinct to live, to love. The DNA is our instincts. So obviously our instinct is telling us go inside, recall, like our DNA. And this is why our instinct as a species is to go back and figure things out. We're trying to relearn who we are. Because probably we did something, or something happened a long time ago that made us forget that we are the epicenter of infinity. We are the central rays, we are the most ancient one, we're the central planet. We are light spherical energy, and all these different things. So this is most likely the case, and I believe this is the case because of deduction, because of everything, because we're so advanced as biology. Like there is no other biology with DNA on Earth that resembles us. This level of awareness and consciousness and sentience. We are very sentient, we love very much, and we are very creative, and we're incredible. And we are all these things, right? Light spherical energy, compass, sundials, infinite eternal creators, who we are. So, but there is no other race here on Earth that with DNA that resembles us at that level, right? So the animal kingdom is, there's a big difference between us and the rest. And most likely that is the case is because we're this super evolved, super ancient species that forgot who we are because of amnesia. Something happened. I think it's possible because if you think in terms of modern day, there are people that suffer from amnesia, right? If you think about it, like trauma or events and things that happen, and then they have memory loss. So I think collectively that's probably the case. So something happened that was very dramatic, an event in the past that is in alignment with like all this mainstream stuff, archaeology, and stuff, pre-Ice Age. So that then made us as a collective, as a society, forget who we were, because then how do you explain all these ruins? We have ruins everywhere. We have ruins everywhere, right? We have ruins everywhere. We have ruins everywhere around the world, and they are all strategically located in electrogravitics points across the Earth. Telemetry, the readings of all these ancient ruins, the telemetry and the electrogravitics of those epicenters, of all centers, of all these civilizations and ruins and ancient ruins that we have all over the world, they all are at points that are very, very electrogravitic in nature. Meaning, most likely there's been similarities occurring there because of the readings of the telemetry. So if you go, say, for example, to Egypt and the pyramids, and what the pyramids represent, you see all these notions that the Greek learned from, the Romans learned from, right? All this, the sphere itself, and then Tetragrammaton is in there as well. So all that was there. But then you have South America and what's happening down there, and Central America and North America, and then you have all of Asia, and all over the world. You go to the Pacific as well. You go all over the Pacific, all over Asia, all the oceans, like have civilizations where there is ruins that are very ancient and hard to explain. So there must be something about that ancient connection that we forgot who we are. This is outside the spectrum of the book, but the objective reality is that we see those ruins there, and these ruins are aligned with constellations across the cosmos, and then they have telemetry in it and electrogravitics. So it is interesting to understand these notions, because how is it that our ancient past has been forgotten? And then it's that our self-discovery, and that is through going inside your creation, DNA, purposefully, the actual compass and sundials, who we are. So this video is about that. It's a synthesis of the book, and all these concepts, but at the same time, it's also this idea of thinking about the past. so we can understand who we are, and as a republic, find out exactly what we did, and that, because those are the pointers that essentially will guide us into avoiding the same catastrophes and the same self-destructive nature and behavior that we engaged in the past. And the answer is in the book, and the answer is self-love, is infinite eternal creation, is us understanding that love is the highest energy of creation. And when we do that, then we move away from fear and hatred and all these negative energy, fantasies and illusions, the shadow, the unconscious mind, trauma, all these different things, negativity and all that. So we move away from this low charge, this low vibration, and then we move forward into who we are, an evolved species, metamorphosized species, compass and sundials, identity and true self, purpose, time and energy, action, why, how, flow, true north and destination, who we are, compasses, and sundials. We stare at the sun, we open the portal, we build a bridge, we evolve, light spherical energy, who we are, we pray with the energy of the law, we channel the energy of the sun, the energy of infinity through us. I mean, we're just think about it. We are very dense, our biology is infinite and it's infinite energy, right? But we consume these very active elements to sustain ourselves, like oxygen. It's an active element, and we use that. We breathe it. So we power our body. The singularity of the lung, oxygen in, oxygen out. And this is a remarkable thing, right? Because we use oxygen for other things that, building and stuff, manufacturing, and all sorts. It's an excellent element. It's an element in modern society, the 21st century. And then it's a very versatile element, but we use it to sustain ourselves. It's essential. And then water, the most fundamental thing, hydration, is essentially two elements. It's hydrogen and oxygen. Then again, they densify in a liquid manner. And we drink that. So we're drinking hydrogen, which is the first element created in the fusion reaction of the sun. So this is high energy, and we consume it. So meaning our biology is so advanced that we consume the elements of creation, thus making us bigger creation, because we're biology. You see, we're conscious and self-aware, and now we can use that energy and channel it through our thoughts, our minds, our creativity, and create with our hearts, with our minds, with our hands. You see, with our actions, purposeful daily action, body energy, heart energy, mind energy, true self energy, all these different concepts, all these different notions. And this is why this is the synthesis of the book, because I just wanted to kind of put it all together, and then at the same time have this idea, this like the deduction about the ancient past. Because if you think about the Greek again, then they talk about that notion of us being the center of the universe, and it makes sense, and they gave us a sphere, and then we got the ice age and all that happened and all the ruins. So and then that is highly advanced stuff. For example, we can't even, like, with the highest technology that we have today in engineering terms, we cannot rebuild, the pyramid, the central one, the biggest one, Giza. We can't rebuild it exactly the same way. We cannot replicate it perfectly. So how could we do that back then? So it's all these ideas, all these notions that eventually we're learning about, and we're gonna find out. We're gonna find out because we have gotten to this point in which we have avoided self-destruction. And I think this is just the case. We're the Republic of planet Earth. This is who we are. We're infinite eternal creators. We're infinite energy, infinite love, infinite creation. We're the pulse of life, the pulse of creation. We live to love and we love to live. We're the human heartbeat. We're the human species. We're a benevolent species. We're a loving species. We're a heart-based species, a love-based species, a heartful species. We live to love and we love to live. You see, we create with the energy of the heart, and the primordial instinct of creation, of life, is the human heartbeat. Thus, the biological creator is the human heart. The terrestrial creator is Mama Earth, Mother Earth, creating the ecosystems and the requirements necessary for the body to be able to sustain itself through oxygen and water and food. The apple orb being the best example. And then our Father, at an astronomical scale, is the sun. The spherical energy of the sun created the conditions on the earth so there would be an atmosphere and DNA could rise to what it is, the biology of the infinite evolutionary biology of humanity itself, us, which we have an electromagnetic field because of the human heart, the biological creator, that allows us to be conscious and self-aware and understand reality, so I can have this conversation with you and you can understand me. So this is exactly who we are. You see, this is our nature. This is precisely who we are. This is our nature. We're the human race. You see, we're an incredible species. So the primordial instinct is an instinct to love. To live, the human heartbeat. That pulse of life, the pulse of creation, generates the electromagnetic field that powers the human body. So we can be sentient, self-aware, conscious. Love. Okay? Think, be intelligent as we are. Have a purpose, free will. Compass, sundial, right? The human heartbeat, identity and true self. That's the individual, right? Who? Us. The human. Light spherical beings. Light spherical energy. Infinite eternal creators. Sundials, compass. And then the citizen. Us, the defender, the leader of planet Earth. The Republic of planet Earth. So that's it. And then the second instinct is the fact that we are sentient, right? And if the human heartbeat gives us life and it comes from the heart, love comes from the heart, and the highest energy of the heart is love. So creation itself, which is a human heartbeat, biologically speaking, the singularity of the human heartbeat, the pulse of life, the pulse of creation, is that, the resonance, the electromagnetic field, is telling us right there. So the highest energy of you, because you exist, you have sensory perception, you think, you see reality through your senses, you're aware, you're conscious, you can see what's happening because you're alive, and you're alive because of the human heartbeat. So it generates this electromagnetic field that allows us to see and all these senses and all these things, right? The space structure that we see is because of the human heartbeat, and the biology is us, the human body, the geometry of it. So through the DNA. So if you understand this, then we love, right? It's the highest energy, and then you see immediately instincts, right? You love your children, you love them. It's your instinct. You create it, right? You're creating life. We are life. We create. So we make love and we create life, and then what love is to instinctively is to love our creation. So we love our children, and then you see it's that instinct of love right there. And we love ourselves, so we sustain ourselves, and we're conscious and self-aware, and respect who we are as infinite eternal creators. And then we love others and the creations that we make outside our biological creations, and then the creations of others. So it's this full circle. It's this, this virtuous cycle of infinity of love. The infinity of love in human terms. I have spoken about this in the book, Purposeful Love and what it means. So it's all these notions coming together as one. Coming together as one, you see. And us understanding our nature, our benevolence, who we are. Infinite eternal creators, the human race. Who we are, the human race. Infinite eternal creators. And this is exactly who we are. We're that. We are that. We are love. We're creation. And this is why this video is important. It's a synthesis of that. It's a synthesis of it. It's understanding the synthesis of it. It's understanding the synthesis of it because we're infinite eternal creators. This is exactly who we are. And all of us, all humans are these. There's no one human out there who isn't these, because we are that. We have a human heartbeat, pulse of life and pulse of creation, who we are, infinite eternal creation, who we are, the pulse of life, the pulse of creation. All humans have these. We all have DNA. We all have eyes to see, stare at the sun. We all have the ability to understand these notions. We all have these. We all have eyes. We all have DNA. We all have heartbeats. We all love. It's our instinct. It's part of our race. So there's not such a thing as this being something outside. This is all based on objective reality. It's all truth. Objective truth is objective reality. It's based on fundamental axioms of existence, and that we observe because we're conscious and self-aware through our sensory perception, our senses, reality, and we make sense of it here on Earth, Mother Earth, the Republic of planet Earth. Who we are, the citizens of the Republic of planet Earth, the citizenry of the Republic of planet Earth. Who we are, humanity, exactly who we are. So this idea is this notion that we all have to come to terms with. We all have to come to terms with and understand our nature. You see, our nature. We're here on Earth, and we can breathe oxygen, and we can be conscious and self-aware of our nature and our surroundings. And we're light spherical energy, and we can create, and we have free will. And we manifest our free will with our purposeful daily action, because we're conscious and self-aware, and we have a human heartbeat that allows us to live, and we make our own decisions in our minds. It's outside, it's within our control. And this is why the book's called Fantasies and Illusions, because fantasies and illusions are all these different elements that are directly or indirectly, conscious or unconscious, overtly or covertly, aware or unaware, conscious or unconsciously, essentially coming in the proximity of our senses, our sensory perception. And all these fantasies and illusions, with all these mediums and media, all these messages and messengers outside our control, are essentially coming within our spectrum of existence, what we can see because of our electromagnetic field, because we are alive and conscious. So it's us understanding that we are in control, we are compass, we shatter fantasies, we shatter illusions. This is exactly what we do, and we shatter all these fantasies, we shatter all these illusions, we disintegrate the shadow, we disintegrate all these low energy, all this vibration, all these background noise, all this static, right? All this noise, all this low vibration, right? All this nonsense that's in the back of our minds unconsciously, in the way of trauma, previous experiences, all these negativity, fantasies and illusions, and we disintegrate them because we're infinite energy of love and creation, and we heal, we recover, we create. What we do, so we understand our nature, so we can move away from all this low cognitive stuff, all this low vibration, all these, all these fantasies, all these illusions, all this background noise, okay, all this static, all the things that are not conductive to you as an infinite generator, as a creator, to understand your nature as light spherical energy, who we are, your nature as humans. You see, that's why we shatter fantasies and illusions and we render them obsolete, we disintegrate them. And fantasies and illusions form in the unconscious of the mind, and they are expressed in the way of the shadow. So we fully disintegrate the shadow. No trace of the shadow. No trace of the shadow. No trace of the shadow. None whatsoever. Because in that way, then we can truly understand ourselves. And when you fully disintegrate the shadow, in infinity, in existence, there is remaining. So there is what you would call the essence of it, like the abstract. So whatever remains of the shadow will be the memory, will be the experience, will be that. And that is being integrated into your life as a compass. And that will be the memory, the event that took place, that created the fantasy and the illusions in the first place. And then when you disintegrate it and fully shatter it, and it has no negative cognitive load in it, then the essence of it, what remains, that you absorb, integrate back into your life, your true self, your identity as a compass, then that's a positive thing, because it's just a reminder, it's been neutralized. It's been neutralized, it doesn't have a negative charge in it. So that becomes essentially a memory of that event, of whatever happened in the past. So, and then those are for the things that are outside your control, but then within your control is to deal with that and heal those memories, heal those events, heal the trauma, right? And if you apply that to the collective mind, then it's like, as a civilization, our collective trauma, our amnesia, our self-destruction in the past. Why have we done this? Why we got to a point in which there is only ruins of our civilization, and we don't even remember who we are at that scale of creation that we created that back then. So it's remembering that, and we do that through the DNA. You see, the human DNA, and we access our DNA with our conscious mind, and for that we need to be clear of fantasies and illusions. Okay, so we need to fully address them, meaning disintegrate them, shatter them, energetically speaking. So we take all the cognitive load of it, all the negative energy, and it gets dissipated, fully discharged, fully released, deloaded. And when that happens, then that memory is just a trace of it. It's a trace. It traces back to that memory. It traces back to the source. And that's just the essence of it. And when you get to that, then that's it. That's just the event. And you neutralize it. Fully neutralize it. And then that is essentially how it works. And when you do that, then you free up all this energy, right? All this background noise, right? All the background noise, all the static, all right? All this friction in the back of your mind, right? In the background, right? The shadow, right? All the noise, all this low vibration, all that, it gets fully destroyed. So the way you do that is by releasing it, right? And you do that with the energy of love, because you heal, you recover, right? You forgive, you accept, and you move on. As an infinite eternal creator, you move on from that energy, and then the essence of it gets detraced, meaning that it doesn't have any weight anymore. So that is just the event, and that's what it is, and it remains like that. And then once you free up all the energy, right, because you got to think of the background noise and the static and the friction as all this low vibration, which is all this tension. So what you got to do is release that, and when you do that, you free up all that energy. So that new energy is purposeful energy, and that's what you use to think, open the portal as a sundial, build a bridge, and have memory downloads of your DNA structure and who you are as an infinite eternal creator, as a compass, as a sundial. And then you can go back into your memory pools of our collective species and retrace that into something that we call imagination and creativity. So we create that. We recreate it with our minds, and we put it into reality here, intensify it, manifest it with our purposefully the action. And and when you love something, the heart of your energy, you gotta follow your heart. The instinct of the heart, it has to be followed. You have to follow your instinct, signs and signals of the human heart. You need to follow them, and because when you do that, then you are on your path, your purposeful destination, which you have chosen with your free will, because you're listening to your heart, which is and your heart is based on that. It's the energy of love. It's telling you, look, this is who we are. We're infinite eternal creators. We create with a human heart. So if we listen to our heart, meaning we heal, we recover from these memories, we're going to free up all this energy. So we're going to have the ability to, us as an infinite eternal creation, as infinity itself, biologically speaking, to create. So we can create, and we create through purposeful action. And our creation could be anything that we put our minds to, you see. It could be a purely new thing, a new invention, or it could be something from our DNA. Because we're this ancient civilization, we are. And it's all common sense. It's all objective reality. It's all based on its truth. Its truth spectrum is clear. So it's understanding these notions. It's understanding these notions, who we are as infinite eternal creators. Exactly who we are as sundials. We live to love and we love to live. So we free up all this energy. We free up all this energy by healing, by loving, by recovering. Okay? And once we fully deal with that, then we have the ability to here and now purposefully create, because we have the energy to purposefully create here and now, every day, every moment, without a doubt, because this is who we are. We're identity and true self, we're purpose, we're time and energy, we're action, we're why-how, we're flow, we're true north and destination. This is exactly who we are. We're infinite eternal creators. This is who we are. We're sundials. We're the human race. We're benevolent species. We're a loving species. We're a heart-based species, a love-based species, a powerful species. This is who we are. Our instinct is to love, to create. We live to love and we love to live. Purposeful life, meaningful lives, lives of purpose. The purpose of life is a life of purpose. Purposeful lives, meaningful lives, happy lives, meaningful lives. The pursuit of happiness. This is exactly who we are as a species. We're here to create. We create with the infinite energy of the human heart, and that is love. So love heals, so we can dissipate all that, so we can actually create. Through our DNA, we create. We create infinity. And all these principles that I have shared with you is that 0-point energy, electrogravitics, telemetric thinking, duality principles, proto-meta systems property analysis. All these different things are just examples of our infinite nature, who we are as infinite eternal creators, the human race, the citizens of the Republic of Planet Earth, the defenders of the Republic of Planet Earth, the leaders of the Republic of Planet Earth, the citizenry of the Republic of Planet Earth, who we are, infinite eternal creators, the human race, the human species, infinite energy, infinite love, infinite creation. We are the human heartbeat. This is who we are. We are the human heartbeat, infinite eternal creators, infinite energy. Exactly who we are. Exactly who we are. This is our nature. We are these. We're infinity at the biological scale. We're the central species. We're the central race. We're the most ancient species at the epicenter of infinity itself. We're light spherical energy, light spherical beings. This is who we are. Just like the Creator, the Sun, at the astronomical scale of creation, and the Earth at the terrestrial scale of creation. Who we are, infinite eternal creators, the human race. So, humanity, I love you all with all my heart, with all my might. I want you to know this. I love you with all my heart, with all my might. This video is a synthesis of who we are. Infinite eternal creation. 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 Sundials and compasses. Who we are. Our nature. Our nature. Who we are. Infinite eternal creation. We are humanity. This is who we are. The planet Earth. With the Republic of Planet Earth. With the citizenry of the Republic of Planet Earth. With the defenders of the Republic of Planet Earth. With the leaders of the Republic of Planet Earth. With the citizenry of the Republic of Planet Earth. Earth Constitution. Who we are. The human race. Our planet. Race, our planet. Humanity, I love you all with all my heart, with all my might. Love you all with all my heart, with all my might.